Show.
This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show at the 6th annual Johnny Ramone Tribute at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and I'm here with artist extraordinaire Shepard Fairey. Shepard, how you doing tonight?
I'm great.
What brings you out here to the Johnny Ramone Tribute?
I'm a huge Ramones fan, and yeah, you know, it's a great group of people getting together. I've done some art for I did the Johnny Ramone Army logo, and yeah, you know, just getting to experience the movies and the music and celebrating Johnny is a pretty good reason to come out, I think. Yeah.
Shepard, what do you love the most about the Ramones?
I think I love the Ramones' consistency. They yet there's a consistency to their style, but they also brought in a lot of influences, but it all feels like the Ramones in the end. And I found out about a lot of music that I probably wouldn't have had the Ramones not been the gateway, you know, all sorts of Phil Spector stuff and, you know, surf music, the Trashmen, etc. But in the end, you know, they found you know, a formula they were really passionate about that's amazing. They stuck to it, and you know, even if it didn't find commercial success, at the time you know, they stuck to their guns, and you know, in the end, I think their perseverance paid off. They've you know, they're more famous now than they were, you know, during the peak of their time performing.
And what do you think is the importance of this tribute to Johnny Ramone?
Well, you know, Johnny's statue is right over there, and you know, Johnny was he was really the Spartan taskmaster of the group, and I think that people need to understand that the chemistry of a group is hard to maintain, and someone has to be the person that keeps everything you know, on the rails. And I mean, if you've seen Into the Century, it didn't always work out perfectly, but at least you know, Johnny was dedicated. You know, people think of rock and roll as you know, it's all fun and hedonism, but it's actually really hard work. And you know, I think Johnny was the one that was really maintaining focus the whole time.
Now, Shepard, you started off from humble beginnings. You started off with the André the Giant poster, which became ubiquitous around LA, and I don't know where else you put it, but I always saw it when I was driving around.
Yeah.
You got it all over the world?
Yeah, I've been all over the world. But
you took that poster like you.
Yeah, you know, every little bit of money I made doing graphic design or selling posters or stickers, I just invested in making more stuff and disseminating it either through the mail or traveling around and putting stuff up. Every place that would offer me an art show and a couch to crash on, I'd go there, hang some posters on the wall, and then go out all night putting posters up for 20 years.
Now, Shepard, what do you think it is about your art that has captured the imagination of the public?
You know, I'd like to think that it's the spirit of punk rock, the idea that you don't have to be an artistic virtuoso, that, you know, you can have an idea, you're passionate about it, and it can be crude, but you put it in front of an audience, and that passion comes through. And you know, just the idea of getting out there and doing it, you're one step ahead of all the people that are paralyzed by their insecurity, their fear, and as you do things, you get better. So you know, just the act of doing it means that you're going to progress.
Tell me about how the Obama poster was born.
The Obama poster was born just like anything else I do politically. A lot of the work that I've done has been political, but most of it's been negative. It's been criticizing Bush, criticizing the war in Iraq, police abusing their authority, etc. But then when I saw Obama, I thought, well, this is a person whose views in many instances are the opposite of a lot of things I've been complaining about, so I should support Obama. And I made the poster thinking maybe it'll have an audience of 500 people. And you know, that's great. That means I did something to make a difference, but it just ended up taking off in a way that I never would have imagined.
Now, there is some controversy over that poster right now. What is it? What's going on with that?
I'm in a lawsuit with the Associated Press, who own the reference photograph that I made the illustration from. You know, they're claiming that what I did in making the poster is copyright infringement, and I think it's fair use. And really, they're trying to bully me for an amount of money that's just unfathomable. You know, I think that for the sake of political expression, grassroots activism, creativity, it's really important not to let a corporation bully you. And also, what I did was fair use. It was aesthetically and conceptually transformative and didn't harm the market of the original photo. And those are the criteria for fair use. And you know, that's you know, copyright law is supposed to stop bootlegging. What I did was I didn't make a bootleg. I made a new original piece of art. So yeah, there's my my side of the story.
Now, going back to the pot that you were, a lot of your work, like you were saying, was attacking or revealing negative sides of some political people's that you thought were negative. You expressed that through your art originally. Have you noticed that people, for some reason, even though there's truth in some of your art that you do, that where you reveal these things that you feel are evil about certain political leaders, don't you notice that people embrace positive things that are so basic you'd think, like, why? Like, if you, like, for instance, Shepard, if I put "I'm having a great day" on my Facebook page, everybody comments on it. Oh yeah, that's great. Like. If I put some Bible scripture up there or something like that, or man, why is this happening, or whatever, nobody responds. And it's just basic. Have a nice day, and people freak out over it. What do you think that is?
You know, I think it comes down to just a function of the problem of existence, which is I have to figure out some reason why I'm here, and there's got to be some positive angle to work with. And you know, a lot of people, you know, they love to be negative, but because they're insecure, and a lot of times being positive can make you vulnerable. But you know, I think it in the end comes down to you know, people want to feel like there is something to live for. You know.
As far as beautiful,
but that can also allow them to be manipulated. You know, if you come up, if you're an advertiser and you know what will give someone instant euphoria, but positively, that can be used to manipulate. So, you know, though I'm one of, you know, the people looking for something to be hopeful about and still criticizing the things that I think are impediments to hope. I also know that the feel-good distraction, the let me entertain you, let me make you feel good, that can be used to manipulate people. So you got to also be analytical and cautious.
I love it, man. I like where you're going. Tell me about the beauty of a woman. Who, as an artist, who do you look at their beauty as far as in the public realm? Who do you think is an iconic beauty to you?
Well, I use my wife as a model all the time, but I mean, there's a lot of beautiful women out there. I recently used Olivia Wilde. She's an actress as a model for an ACLU poster that I did. I have her draped in the American flag, holding a megaphone and a clipboard, sort of the contemporary reincarnation of the Statue of Liberty. And I think she's a classic beauty. But you know, I find beauty in so many different things. It doesn't have to be classic, but you know, I think she resonates with probably the average male's idea of beauty.
What is your dream? What are you living your dream right now?
You know, I wish I were happier and more grateful, but maybe it's perpetual dissatisfaction and frustration that makes me make art. So. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, my life has surpassed my expectations, but then I still find all sorts of things to be frustrated with, and you know, that stimulates me to react and make art, and you know, I think it's healthy. It's like you know, Johnny Rotten says, anger is an energy. Try to use it that way.
Shepard Fairey, with that, it's been fantastic talking to you, sir.
Great to talk to you too.
Blaring Out with Eric Blair with Shepard Fairey, signing off.
The Blaring Out Show.